following on from the last video where I was talking about overwintering green manures, here's just a little bit of info on making the bed and prepping it before sowing the green manure. So you can see here the straw is in, I've kind of raked a lot of the straw off the beds. There's a little bit in the pathway still, which I will rake off, but over here you can see this pathway here, I've cleared it. Now this had chippings on it, bark mulch on it for 2 seasons. So I didn't re-top it up last spring. I left it because I wanted it to break down where I could actually scrape up the compost. It really had turned into compost. So if you see here, this was the chippings and it's actually really nice. So and what I'm going to do here is I'm just scraping up the section out of the path and I'll top off the bed with this. So I'll sow the green manure seeds and then I'll just go along with the compost that's in the pathway and just rake it over the top of it. So I'm actually putting a bit of fertility on the soil in addition to what will be there from the green manure next spring. So this bed then will be ready to go in the springtime, and in the rotation then this will be brassicas. So what I'll do then is I'll come back to the pathway and then I'll re-mulch it with bark mulch. And again, if I put a thick layer on it, it should do for 2 years, and that'll give it time to break down, where I can then again scoop it up, use it as compost fertility for the bed. So it's like, in a way, I suppose I'm putting the chippings act as both a weed control but also as a means of adding fertility to this to the garden, and I find that this system is working well. So it's reducing the amount of, say, animal manures I have to bring in by making my own compost, in addition to the compost bins, but I just don't get enough out of the compost bins. So I've just prepped this bed, so I really just raked it lightly. There's still some straw on it, and then I'll broadcast the seeds and then cover it over, as I said, with the mulch that was from the pathways.